Welcome to my 7th class mathematics class, chapter 5, lines and angles. Exercise 5.2. ఇంతకుముందు వీడియోస్లో దీని గురించి ప్యారలల్ లైన్స్, ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ యాంగిల్స్ ఇవన్నీ అయిపోయినాయి. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద లాస్ట్ వీడియో. ఈ వీడియోలో ఎక్సర్సైజ్ 5.2 సాల్వ్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ మొత్తం రివైజ్ చేస్తాను. అప్పుడు మీకు కంప్లీట్ నాలెడ్జ్, లైన్స్, ప్యారలల్ లైన్స్, డిఫరెంట్ యాంగిల్స్ గురించి కంప్లీట్ నాలెడ్జ్ వస్తుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సర్సైజ్లోకి వెళ్దాం. 5.2లో ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, ఇక్కడ 3 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఇచ్చారు. ఈ 3 స్టేట్మెంట్స్లో ఏ ప్రాపర్టీ యూజ్ చేస్తారో అని అడిగారు అనమాట. స్టేట్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ దట్ ఈస్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ ది స్టేట్మెంట్స్. State the property that is used. Here if A is parallel to B, here A and B are two parallel lines. A is parallel to B, then angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. These two angles are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means lying on the same side of the transversal. ఈ ట్రాన్స్వర్సల్కి ఒకే వైపు ఉంది. ఈ 2 ప్యారలల్ లైన్స్ కూడా ఒకే సైడ్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. పైకి కానీ కిందికి కానీ కుడికి కానీ ఎడం కానీ ఉండాలి. సో ఇక్కడ రెండు కూడా ఈ ప్యారలల్ లైన్స్కి రెండింటికి పైన ఉన్నాయి, ట్రాన్స్వర్సల్కి ఒకే వైపు ఉన్నాయి. అటువంటి వాటిని కరస్పాండింగ్ యాంగిల్స్. When a transversal intersects the 2 parallel lines at 2 different points, then the corresponding angles are equal. So here A is parallel to B. Therefore, 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Therefore, 1 is equal to 5. Corresponding angle property is used here. Next, if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. 4 is equal to 6. Here, this is the transversal. A and B are 2 lines. Transversal is intersecting. So 4 and 6 are alternate interior angles. So when transversal intersects 2 parallel lines, the alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, this property, if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B according to the alternate interior angles property. Next, if angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180, then A is parallel to B. Angle 4 and angle 5 is equal to 180. Interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal or supplementary when the 2 lines are parallel to each other. Therefore, supplementary angles property. Here in this statement, supplementary angles property is used. So in the first statement, angle 1 is equal to 5, corresponding angle property is used. Angle 4 is equal to angle 5, alternate interior angles property is used. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees means supplementary angles property is used. This figure is given and identify the pairs of corresponding angles. Identify the pairs of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Here 1 and 5 are corresponding angles because they are above the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. Therefore, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles, one pair. Next, 2 and 6, another pair. Angle 2, angle 6 are corresponding angles. Similarly, 4 and 8. Angle 4, angle 8 are corresponding angles. Next, 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding. So, corresponding angle means lying on the same side of the transversal and on the same position to the both the parallel lines or both the lines. And pairs of alternate interior angles. Here interior angles are angle 3, angle 2, angle 5, angle 8. Alternate interior angles are angle 3 and angle 5, one pair of alternate interior angles, and angle 2 and angle 8 are another pair of alternate interior angles. Next question. The pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. The pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. This is the transversal. These four are the interior angles. Pairs of interior angles on the same side are angle 3 and angle 8. One pair. Angle 2 and angle 5 are another pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Next question. The vertically opposite angle. Identify the vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles means when two lines intersect with each other like this. At the point of intersection, these angles are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, this angle and this angle are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. These two are equal. These two. So here identify the vertically opposite angles. Here angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite angles. 2 and 4 are vertically opposite. 8 and 6 are vertically opposite. 7 and 5 are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Next question. In this figure, P and Q are parallel to each other. P and Q are parallel to each other and one angle is given. Find all the other angles. Only 125, this angle is 125 is given. These two lines are interior. Therefore, these two are corresponding angles. D is equal to 125 corresponding angles. Corresponding angles property. According to corresponding angles property, D and this angle is corresponding to each other, corresponding angles. Therefore, D is equal to 125. Next, vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, D is equal to B or B is equal to D. Therefore, that is equal to 125 degrees. And these two are linear pair. 125 and E are linear pair. That means E plus 125 is equal to 180 or E is equal to 180 minus 125 is equal to 55 degrees. E is equal to 55 degrees. And F and E are opposite to, vertically opposite angles. Therefore, F is equal to E is equal to 55 degrees. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Next, F and D are a pair of supplementary angles. So, F plus D is equal to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles lying on the same side of the transversal and the interior. Therefore, F plus D is equal to 180, F is equal to 55. Therefore, D is equal to 180 minus F, that is equal to 180 minus 55 is equal to 125 degrees. 125 degrees. D is equal to 125 degrees. And B is equal to opposite to D. Vertically opposite angles. Therefore, B is also 125 degrees. That is already identified. Next, C. C and these are supplementary. Linear pair. Both sum of these two is equal to 180 degrees. These two angles form linear pair in a line. Therefore, C is equal to 180 minus 125. That is equal to 55. A and C are opposite to each other, vertically opposite angles. Therefore, C is equal to or A is equal to C is equal to 55 degrees. So, all the angles, okay, 125, this is 125 and this is 55 and this is also 125, 55, 125, 125, 55, 55. All angles are 125 and 55. Only two values are there because P and Q are parallel to each other. All the properties are used here. Next problem. Find the value of x in each of the following figures. Here L is parallel to M. L is parallel to M is given. If L is parallel to M, find x. Here this angle is equal to x. And this angle and this angle, these two are linear pair. Their sum is 180 degrees. Therefore, x plus 110 is equal to 180 degrees, or x is equal to 180 minus 110, that is equal to 70 degrees. Okay. In this n is parallel to m, therefore this is a transversal, therefore these two angles are corresponding angles lying on the same side. This is the transversal, lying on the same side of the transversal and same position for the two parallel lines. Therefore, x is equal to 100 degrees here. Corresponding angles. This is according to the corresponding angles, and here this is according to the linear pair property and alternate interior angles. In the given figure, the arms of two angles are parallel. The arms of two angles. This is an angle and this is an angle. These two are called the arms. Therefore, this arm is parallel to this arm and this arm is parallel to this arm. And the letters are given A, B, C, D, and this is B, F. This angle is 70 degrees. So this point is G. This point. Now the arms are parallel. AB is parallel to DE or EE. BC is parallel to EF. If the angles are parallel to each other, find angle BGC, angle DGC. So these two are parallel, and these two are parallel are same. Therefore, this angle is equal to 70 degrees. This angle, because these two are parallel, these two angles are corresponding angles. Therefore, corresponding angles are equal. Angle BGC is equal to 70 degrees. Next, DEF. DEF. This line EF and BC are parallel. Therefore, these two are also corresponding to each other. Therefore, this is also 70 degrees. This is equal to 70 degrees. In these figures, decide whether L is parallel to M. Here see 126 and 44. The sum of 126 and 44 is equal to 10, 7, 170. If L and M are parallel to each other, the sum of interior angles lying on the same side are supplementary. Their sum is equal to 180 degrees. But here the sum is 170. Therefore, L is not parallel to M. Next, here L and M are two lines. N is a transversal, and this angle is 75 and this angle is 75. If this angle is 75, this is also equal to 75 because vertically opposite angles are equal. Then one side of the transversal angles are supplementary if L and M are parallel. But 75 plus 75 is equal to 150. They are not supplementary. Therefore, L and M are not parallel to each other. L is not parallel to M. Next, here this angle is 57. So vertical opposite angle are equal. Vertical opposite angles are equal. Anywhere, when two lines intersect at a point, the opposite angles are equal. Here these two are interior angles lying on one side. So sum of these two, 123 plus 57 is equal to 180 degrees. So these are supplementary. So interior angles lying on same side of the transversal are supplementary when the two lines are parallel to each other. These two lines are parallel to each other, then only these two, the sum of these two are 180 degrees, or these two angles are supplementary angles. Here the sum of these two angles 180, they are supplementary, therefore L is parallel to M. In the last, here L and M are two lines, this is the transversal and this angle is 72, therefore vertical opposite angle is 72. Or this is linear pair, 180 minus 72, this angle is equal to 180 minus 72 is equal to 108, 108. But alternate interior angles. Here these two are alternate interior angles, not equal. Therefore, L and M are not parallel lines. If they are parallel lines, alternate interior angles, these two are alternate interior angles are equal. So here they are not equal, therefore L and M are not parallel. L is not parallel to M. Only here, in this case only L and M are parallel. Here, when Tuesday not working, they are not parallel. Even then, we have to prove it according to the networks. Here also a slight difference. These two, if these two are supplementary, 126 plus 44, 171. If these two are supplementary, the sum is 180, then L is parallel to M. But these two are not supplementary, therefore they are also not parallel to each other. So, ఇప్పుడు ఈ చాప్టర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. ఒకసారి రివిజన్ రాస్తాను. సో యాంగిల్ మీన్స్ ది rotation made. If suppose this is a point and this is a line, so this is an end point and this is extended. Let A be a point and here B is a point. If you rotate this line until this position, it makes an angle. This is called an angle. Let X angle angle. So the angles are acute angles less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angle is an angle which is greater than 90 degrees. And straight angle is equal to 180 degrees. Angle which is equal to 180 degrees is called straight angle. Complementary angles. Complementary angles means if the sum of two angles is 90 degrees, if x plus y is equal to 90, then x and y are said to be complementary angles, and x is complementary to the angle y and y is complementary to the angle x. Next, supplementary angles. If two angles x plus y, x and y, the sum is 180 degrees, then they are called supplementary angles. One angle is supplement to the other angle, or they are said to be supplement to one another or each other. If two lines, these two are same. Similarly, these two angles are same. One way, vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, vertically opposite angles are equal. This is a straight line and this is another line. These two angles are said to be adjacent angles. There may be a lot of angles like this. So there are three angles. These two angles, 1, 2, 3. Angle 1, angle 2 are adjacent angles. Adjacent means pattapattaning angles. Along angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 3 are adjacent angles. 2, 3 are adjacent, 1, 2 are adjacent. But 1 and 3 are not adjacent angles. Next, if there are only two angles here, these two x, y, these two angles are also adjacent angles, but they form the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degrees. They are supplementary. Angle AOB is equal to x. Angle BOC is equal to y. X plus y is equal to 180 degrees because this is a straight angle. 180 degrees, total angle 180 degrees. Therefore, x and y are called supplementary angles. And also, as they form a line, these the pair of angles x and y are said to be linear pair. And two lines are parallel, their distance at any place is equal. Whatever distance they are extended, they don't meet. They won't meet. Such lines are called parallel lines. Another line, a line which intersects two different lines at two distinct points, then the line is called transversal. So this is T is called a transversal. These two are parallel. Whether they are parallel or not, the line intersects the two lines at two different points, then it is a transversal. If these two are parallel, then these four angles are called interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal, and this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. If these two are parallel to each other, L, M are parallel to each other, then corresponding angles are equal. This is equal, and this angle are corresponding angles. They are also equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. This angle is equal to x corresponding angle. This and this are corresponding angles. So when two lines are parallel to each other and a transversal intersects, among the 8 angles there are only two different values, x, y, and their sum is equal to 180 degrees. You can solve any problems on two parallel lines intersected by a transversal. So there are three properties. That is, alternate interior angles are equal. That is alternate interior angles property. Subjected by a transversal, the corresponding angles are equal. Here corresponding angles means two angles lying on the same side of the transversal and the same position to both the parallel lines. So here this angle and this angle, why? They are corresponding angles because they are lying on the same side of the transversal and same position, above position of the L and M. Similarly, x and x, and these two are corresponding, these two are corresponding. Next, the interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Here x and y lying on the same side of the transversal and the interior angles. These four are interior angles. These two lying on the same side. They are supplementary. Their sum is equal to 180 degrees, or one angle is supplement to the other. And alternate interior angles are equal. These two angles are also supplementary.